What's up, RuneScape.com? It's your boy, John McGarrett's back with another weekly recap on the road to max Plat. Now, I know I released a how much money did I make and stuff like that, but I'm going to talk about the things that I'm doing to make the road to max Plat happen, and it's not RuneScape related because to make road to max Plat happen, I have to be able to fully monetize I have to start a business essentially, and this is a recap of that and all the other things to talk about with it. So start with my last week's recap. I just wanted to do an after action report. This is something you should all do if you want to progress stuff and get better at your systems, get better at goal setting and stuff. When you attempt to do something, essentially what an after action report is, like, I forgot exactly the define after action report. It's a structured review process used to evaluate what happened, why it happened, how it can be better next time. Yeah, because it's simple. I didn't want to mess it up. But it's a structure. AAR. They do it in the military. So you evaluate what happened. Like you set a goal, then you try to do it. Then the after action report is to evaluate what happened, why it happened, and how it can be done better the next time. So that's what we're doing right here. So this was my plan. This is what I attempted to do, and I just want to talk about my after action report, and then we'll talk about where I'm at for the course, and we'll talk about the analytics and stuff and how we've grown and what I did. So next week plan was to shoot 15 pieces of content. It should take roughly 5 to 6 hours of concentrated effort. It took me about 8 or 9 hours of concentrated effort because it was quite a undertaking. So I shot 15 pieces of content. I did get that done. I added, so it was 3 pieces of content per day. I got extra, the extra tier lists you guys saw are very popular. Those are booming right now. They're doing like 1K views each. Actually, my free-to-play one, which I think is actually the best one, the most valuable one, my free-to-play tier list. Flipping tier list is the best tier list I've made personally because it's the one I know the most about, so you can get the most out of it. Obviously, I make 1.2 bill a month flipping free-to-play, so that one I feel should be the most valuable to people, but whatever. It doesn't matter. But I had to learn how to make a web scraper so I could get the images off the old school RuneScape wiki. That took me like 2 hours by myself, like using ChatGPT. I think they call it vibe coding now. So whatever. It sounds super cringe, but I made a web scraper. Took me forever in Python. But yeah. So right. How can I do that better? Be better. Scripts? No, I don't know. I don't know how to actually make that better. I think I did that as good as I really could have, but one thing I could improve would be to stop watching videos so much. So then Tuesday I finished up my 15 pieces of content. I don't think I finished them Tuesday as well. Wednesday I was actually, my mom asked me to come out and she's trying to sell stuff, so she needed me to some trees grew over one of this round pen she was trying to sell, so I had to chainsaw for like 4 or 5 hours, and that threw off the whole day's really flow. So I just finished up uploading and stuff for the rest of the week. Friday, Wednesday we did that. Then Thursday we went to the citywide garage sale. I forgot to mention, where we are also reselling, attempting to resale to help extend the deadline by September by just making as much money as possible. We found a lot of picks. We think we're gonna make a decent amount of cash profit from what we got, but we won't know. Then Thursday I got sick too, so that happened. I got really sick. I spiked a fever, and everything hurts, or my brain hurt and all that other stuff that really took me down. Friday we took my son to infusion. I did work on the course. The most of my work on the course was done Thursday in the car because I had to sit with the kids. So I did write it. I wrote like all my plan out, and then Friday I finished it up, and I will be showing you guys that in a second here. And Saturday, I wanted to get 3 done today. So this will be my second, and I wrote down my third one that I was going to shoot, but I forgot. I couldn't find it. So I will just be doing 2 today. And then, so yeah. So pretty much all I could be doing better would be to probably ask for help or to just not screw around as much. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't have any. I think I did a pretty dang good attempt, but I'm going to shoot for 4. So there's going to be a 4th piece of content, daily content. I think this will be a very fun one to do as well. But anyway, So here's the outline for the script I've got worked out so far. This will be all the lessons in the course. I kept it in flow for the lessons. These will all be lessons. They'll be on videos, and they'll have like whatever other resources attached with these videos to like help as well. So, you know, we got disclaimers, which is going to be like ban self or you're going to get what you put in, not a get rich quick scheme. Then it's going to be from scratch will be one, your first million, your first 10 million, your first 100 million, your first billion, settings and hardware, different setups for different resolutions, tools to get, how to create accounts, how to manage accounts, how to keep track of passwords, account security, how to scale accounts, bans and how to deal with them, your first alt roadmap to 20 accounts, the power of scale, the power of batch processing, the power of sequential processing, theoretical max versus real expectations, 20 accounts and beyond, secret tricks to scale faster, segmenting systems, run A, quest plus 100 total level, run B, quest to splash A, run C, quest to splash B, run D, minimum quest plus 100 total levels. And then there's a couple more runs I think I need. I'm going to look back at my notebooks through all the iterations I've done throughout the years. And then I think there was more. I think there's one or two more runs in there. But these runs are going to be step-by-step exactly how to do each different type of run depending on like what type of time you have. If you're trying to like move around bands or whatever, you know, just trying to spice up your accounts and stuff like that, different ways to try it. Maybe you just hate a certain one. I just want to provide multiple different runs step-by-step teaching modules, and each of these will be, I mean, all these will be lessons their own, like whatever inside their own modules, but these will be very, very lengthy and bulky. Like each run, I could run them in like 2.5 hours. So if I sit down and teach while I'm doing the run step-by-step, it'll probably be like 3-hour modules or lesson module videos, whatever. So whatever. And more runs if I can find my old notes. Scaling into pay to play, what the pros and cons are of that, managing your burnout. So, you know, a lot of this is going to be mindset, what to flip and why we flip these, how to flip, defining terms. So this is where the outline, because what I was doing was just like harvesting raw ideas to like, what would be a good lesson? What would be a good lesson? So I got to like, so this isn't going to be in the particular order. These are just all the things that will be included. Probably. I might cut some, or I might combine some, or I might add some more later, but whatever. So this would probably be towards the beginning, obviously, defining terms, then what is open cycle trading, closed cycle trading, login cycles, reset cycles, it's harder to attain than maintain, how to increase your workload, the grand exchange mechanics, how to never lose a trade, when to move off an item, and then I put some on the end here. So how much money per account, how to get the most out of your farm, build for you, and then these are mindset. This would be like a mindset module, which would like removing your limiting beliefs about how this all works and your mindset with the limiting beliefs. You probably heard this from other people who talk about like business and finance and stuff. Is limiting beliefs are beliefs you have which limit you from progressing and making more money. So this would, I believe this stuff is important to limiting beliefs. Mindset is important because this is where I'm going to try to like take RuneScape and then help you also then apply it to real life, so that like when you succeed in following my course and building or scaling to whatever size farm you want to never pay for membership ever again, then you can then immediately translate it to real life and then start your own business, start your own like goals or whatever, build your own systems that make your life better. That's like ultimately what I want, like my over encompassing goal for becoming a RuneScape, for just a YouTuber in general, but to like pull people out of RuneScape to like it's like self-improvement. I don't know. Just make your life better, man. Limiting beliefs, and then you'll have perseverance. What is boredom? How to overcome it. 5x5 progressive overload. How to and building the farm. When it's hard, just to survive. When it's easy, step on the gas. These are all things that these are like. These two are like very, very core. This is like my mantra. This is pretty much like it's going to be its own video, but this will just help you just this sentence right now. These are the two things this is how I operate in my life. There's two modes. There's easy and when life is easy, when life is hard. When it's hard, just survive. When it's easy, step on the gas. And then I can break that down into like a 5-10 minute video. The 5x5 progressive overload and building the farm. This is like how I do everything. 5x5 progressive overload. It's not just progressive overload in a general sense. It's progressive overload in a 5x5 system. And it'll be lengthy to explain. And I don't want to make this video way too long. And, you know, I don't want to like take everything from the course, take everything out of the course and screw over the people who've been paying for it. So that's what I got for my outline so far. Leave me some comments down below if there's anything specific that you'd like to see in it that I can build into it as well. I want the product to be as good as possible. So yeah. Analytics. So the analytics here. So last week I did 2 videos, and then this week I did 3 videos per day. And so the last week where I did the 2 videos per day, views aren't really important. Watch time is a lot more important because this is where I was doing more shorts back here. So as you can see from the views, comparing it to watch time, it doesn't really influence the watch time. It does, but not a lot. But when I do just 2 videos a day, I was kind of like bummed that I didn't think it was working. Then the last week when I did the 2 videos a day, I did pick up steam and get 133 watch hours before my Saturday. Saturday is usually my big day. As you can see here, Saturday on its own, that one video does like pull a lot of people because it's like what people want to know about. They want to see the how much money I made, etc. So the 2 videos a day got me excited to try 3 because I'm like, okay, so 2 videos didn't kill my channel. I wonder how 3 will do. So then 3 just started. I mean, from the momentum from the 2 videos a day did just carry straight into Monday. I did pump the 3 videos and then blam, 140 hours, 109, a little bit weak because I don't know. My Monday days are usually the weakest because I feel like the least amount of people are on YouTube, but they just perform the least. And then, or Monday to Tuesday, sorry. And then Wednesday into Thursday into Friday, we just have this like straight, almost vertical momentum from the triple posting. Like the tier list is like was such a good idea. I came up with the tier list idea because obviously, I mean, I've done tier lists on my 7 days channel, and those got like a few thousand views as well, and a lot of watch time hours. People found it was really popular, but the reason why I decided to leverage them now is because I saw that there was the tier list drama, the PVM tier list drama, but then when I looked up tier lists in old school RuneScape, not a lot of popular content creators are actually making it, so I decided because it was such a viral thing to happen that caused a lot of drama, that was like very, very big news. A lot of people were talking about it. It was very whatever. I figured that like the old school RuneScape community pretty much is just starving for a tier list. So I just made one for things that I can think of that were like my specialty-esque things I felt qualified to talk about. And it paid off because each one, except for I feel like my most important one, which is the free-to-play one, all went over 1,000 and they're all pumping like crazy. If we look here for, I think last week I peaked at like 3,000 or 4,000 views per my 48 hours. But this, like, I've been doing crazy views this last week. So, you know, 1,300, 900, 1,300, 1,300, 2,000, 1,800 from the 2 videos a day into 2,000, 2,000. And then 1,400, I thought I lost my wave, but then it came right back and came back twice as strong because we got 1,600 views and then 3,400 and then now 4,800 views from the day before. And as you can see, the momentum's not really dying at all because I figured this type of momentum and the algorithm giving my channel love, getting into my my how much money did my 700 accounts make this month when I did my audit, which worked out beautifully, by the way. If you guys didn't check that out, I'm making 1.2 billion a month. It's a little bit off what Flipping Utilities is saying, but I'm not going to cry about making 1.2 bill a month playing 5 hours a week. You know what I mean? It's I don't think anybody should really complain about that. So yeah, the triple posting is doing great. Just see here, you know, we're doing like 158 views an hour right now, so it is slowing down a little bit. But the tier list, 1,500 views. Tier list, 1,400 views. Services, 1,400 views. Easy alt account. Okay, that one did really well. So like the Multiscape for Dummies, that's trademarked, so I had to change it to Multiscape for Noobs. That was actually had a few ones that are doing pretty good. I like that educational piece of content too. Right, so that stuff looks all great. So we're doing good. The algorithm's really feeding me a lot. So I'm going to go into 4 pieces of content for next week, and hopefully we'll see that momentum keep going. And then I'm just going to keep trying to add 1 piece of content per day, just because I feel like doing that is going to set me so far. Like, yes, I could make better content. You know, there's everybody saying like quality over quantity, but I'm kind of like, I'm quantity maxing. You know what I mean? A lot of people are going to disagree with me here, but I'm betting the opponent because I got a gut feeling, that's all I got, that it's going to be better than what everybody else is saying. Everybody who says quality over quantity, I feel like it's just wrong. And I could go into arguments. Oh, you know what? No. That doesn't really fit the old school RuneScape. It's not really an old school RuneScape debate. But like maybe it could be its own standalone piece of content. I don't know. It just doesn't really fit RuneScape too much, but I like the debate. I like to debate. So I could make like a debate piece on that, but I don't know if that would really fit on RuneScape. And I'm rambling a little bit, but this is all right. Okay, I think, right? I forgot to finish this. I was going to try to make another next week's plan, but I got caught up. But this is essentially my next week's plan. Shoot 4 daily pieces of content, get a course done. I got to go finish helping my mom, but that's my 2 goals for next week. Right. So again, the quantity, I'm just going to keep trying to 5x5 progress it, and just keep hitting my literal max of the amount of like tangible content. That's why I call it tangible, because I'm not trying to just churn out shit. I'm trying to churn out stuff that's like valuable. And you know, I get like mixed bag of stuff. You know, tier lists, I don't know, whatever. People don't like what I got to say, that's fine. I'm usually a split. Most of the stuff I say I'm usually split on anyway, but I'm trying to make tangible pieces of content, maxing that out as much as possible, because I do want to just like stand so far. I do feel that, I know I'm like struggling to get this out correctly, and this is more of a gish gallopy random rant, not very tailored, so this can be a little bit harder to receive, I feel, but whatever, not really worrying about it. I do think that if I do keep creating tangible pieces of content that could be a little bit, you know, I could polish them if I really wanted to make them more like edited and stuff like that. But if I just get to 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, it's going to be so unreasonable for, I don't know, it's going to be like, I just want to look so insane to the rest of the content creators out there that I'm willing to do like twice as much as them, 10 times as much as them, on no budget, whatever. And like, yeah. So I think if I keep pumping out decent enough content, tangible content, and if I do it to such a volume that like, it's just like, wow, holy shit, this guy's making so many fucking videos, that's going to be a crazy amount of pull and for my channel's growth, I think. And right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I've gotten, I should have showed you guys subscribers too. So like, I thought it was over because I got 23 subs the one day and then 3, but then the next day was 10, then the next day is 18, and then it's 32, and I think today I'm going to beat 32. So like, I'm growing like crazy doing this method. So why not scale that out as much as possible? And I think next week will be printing money, I believe. I don't know. We'll see. But like, my revenue is increasing. You know, we had a couple $3 days, but then we had an $8 day and a $12.50 day, whatever. It's just like, if I keep going this hard and then build the audience out and stuff like that, and then like my baseline views go up, I do feel like by September I should be able to, I mean, if I keep going this fucking hard. I mean, I got 2 course sales. We got a lot of sales from my sponsor. Now he's paying me affiliates. Whatever. Okay, cool. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Please subscribe. Check out the links down below. Support the channel. Become a member. Subscribe. Thank you very much. Peace out.